What's up, y'all? It's Will here. Obviously, I'm not here right now. I'm probably in the third or fourth inning of a baseball game. Uh, Hopefully, we're winning. But here we go. Uh, my presentation title is Irrigating Environmentally Hating. So, basically, what are the environmental impacts of irrigation in the Grand Ron Valley and over time? Here we have a map of the Upper Grand Ron subbasins. And what a subbasin is a smaller, more localized area that drains into a main river or stream, which in turn drains into a larger river basin or watershed. So all of these are pretty much just the systems of water, little streams that kind of drain into rivers like the Grand Ron River. And it is from a source that I've been using a lot. Pretty big book on the Grand Ron Valley environmental history. Um, the format I chose was a traditional research paper. I selected this option because, one, I'm from a big city and have very little knowledge on kind of agriculture and water usage before taking this class and before being in LeGrand. So I thought this would be a perfect way for me to look further into it and see what I could find out, kind of broadening my understandings of uh, agriculture and water. Um, my research has deepened my understanding of major themes in the course, definitely with the complexity of environmental issues. To me, like fixing something in the environment is like trying to fix a gear in a running clock while the clock is still running. Basically, everything is always in motion, and uh, how everything in nature is kind of connected in some way. Like, for example, in my research, I was finding when certain cities or towns didn't have good irrigation techniques and would have a lot of droughts, the standing water would cause, for example, like mosquitoes to hatch, and then those mosquitoes would have a disease. And there's just a lot of butterfly effects that can happen without the proper techniques in use. Most difficult part of the research process was kind of combining the wide range of sources I found into one unified story. It was hard to, bunch of random sources that were kind of just random facts and just making them into one story that made sense, but figured it out. The most rewarding most rewarding part of the research was just learning a lot about a topic I had not that much knowledge about. I kind of felt like I was taking a side class on the history of irrigation, which was cool. I definitely know a lot more now. Um, Some of the skills I learned in the process of research, definitely on how to properly manage my time and get the most out of the time I have. Being open-minded to changing research directions in terms of like my thesis and whatnot. One big help was our week on draft writing. I used to be a big write the introduction first guy, and now realizing it's much easier to write the body paragraphs and let the thesis kind of present itself, made it a lot easier. Um, if I were to continue this project in a future quarter, I'd definitely want to look deeper into like the earliest history of irrigation methods, like in Egypt, where everyone kind of learns about that in their history classes in high school, how they were kind of ahead of their time. Definitely look further into that. And then lastly, some of the questions I've raised, one is kind of just a general question, which is it basically inevitable that humans were eventually going to take advantage of the resources given by the environment, or is it possible for us to coexist with where we're at now? And then lastly, during my research, I found a lot of irrigation techniques were kind of coexisted with how much rain a certain area got or how much rainfall they got. And I was wondering what it would look like if humans were ever able to create or control rain and what would be the effects of that. So, yeah, thank you guys. Have a good day.